Conversation and you're speaking to Rini Rose. Are we meeting for the first time?
Yes, this is my first conversation with you.
Right. Okay. So nice to meet you. And I'm
Nice to
professionally
meet
a
you.
language trainer and also I'm an author. Right now, I'm speaking to you from Kerala, southern part of India.
Wow. Okay.
Right?
Well, sure. Wonderful. I have checked out a lot of videos of yours on YouTube, and I was trying hard in order to get a session booked, but unfortunately, I did not. And I have been trying for so many months, I would say. But luckily, I found you today. So, yeah, a great day for me.
Yeah. So my pleasure to help you. Kumar, would you like to introduce yourself and tell me more about you? For how long have you been with Clapingo and all that?
Sure. My name is Kumar, as you can see, and then I am on Clapingo to brush up my conversational skills. It's been a
Okay.
while now. I think it's my 54, 55, fifth session, I suppose.
Okay.
So, yeah, and luckily I found you today. I'm really glad.
Okay.
Yeah,
So that's a very long time. 54 sessions means you've been with the platform for a very long time and with language learning.
that's
So
right.
tell me something about the experience.
Experience has been awesome, I must say that, because
Okay.
I got a chance to speak with a lot of professionals and speakers, and yeah, I learned so many things as well. So
Okay.
overall, it was great learning experience.
Okay. So Kumar, why do you think like you have been with the platform for a long time and you said you speak to a lot of professionals also? Why do you think people find it very difficult to form sentences or to learn a language, not just English? We are
Mhm.
living in India and we are open. We have got access to different culture and lot of languages, and it
Right.
should be easy for us to learn a new language. Why do you think people are finding it difficult to learn a global language as English even today in the 21st century from your experience?
Certainly, I even find this language a little tricky and difficult
Okay.
for learners because English is not a simple language, and it there's a lot of vocabulary, words and sentence constructions, lots of phrases,
Okay.
idioms, expressions, and so many other things, right?
Mhm.
So I have heard people saying that you don't have to work on your grammar. You'll probably keep on talking, and let's begin your conversation, no matter you're making a number of grammatical errors. But again, that's probably not the way you'll be able to be fluent in English. That's fine, you can speak in English, but to be great, to be using all those expressions, idioms and phrases, meanings, grammars and everything, you must have to work on your nuances of English, and that's probably not possible just merely speaking with anybody. You have to make sure whosoever you are speaking is has a good command over the English, over the language. Talk about any languages, right? For that matter,
Yeah.
he should
Mhm.
know. He should make you understand about the little of say tricky questions or probably the problems where you might face, right?
Mhm.
So it's not that you find anybody who does not have the knowledge about this language and
Mhm.
you realize that okay, I'm going good because I've heard a lot of, even I watch a lot of YouTube channels wherein they consider themselves to be a very good speaker, but they end up making n number of grammatical errors, and though they're in learning phase, but they claim to be a very good speaker, right? And they impart those knowledge over the internet, saying that okay, I am the master on this language, and I can let you know whatever challenges that you face. But that's actually not possible, I believe. It
Right.
takes time. One has to realize that it's not our language, and you have to work on so many things in order to perfect this language. So it
Right.
takes time, and it is not that within probably 6 months or less than a year you'll master this language. So ideally it's not possible. Even I am struggling. I have been working on, I'm learning this language like anything. I do not consider myself to be fluent, to be very honest with you, because I do commit a lot of mistakes during my conversation. I'm still working on this. So yeah, one should realize and understand its importance, and should work on it seriously in order to make this language their own or probably perfect. Yeah, that's what I
Right.
realize.
Yeah, and
Yeah,
by the end of the day, adding to all that you said, there's nothing known as perfect language in any language. There's no
right.
perfection. Every day you progress and you become a better version of what you were yesterday, especially when you
Correct.
work. So you have
Correct.
experienced the progress. So you know I'm better than what I was last month, probably, or maybe last week. But there's nothing known as perfect language in any of the languages.
Correct.
Even great playwrights like William Shakespeare, who was a stalwart, said the same thing. I'm nothing in English language. So
Absolutely. Absolutely.
the advanced level of speaking, because I find that you're a good speaker, like you have a good command over the language, good grip is there. But as you rightly said, even I am learning, everybody is a learner. And the
Right.
minute you accept that you're a learner, that is when you reach, when you start progressing towards that peak point.
Correct.
Even
Correct.
though there's nothing known as perfection, you start traveling towards it. I'll show you a picture and just try to interpret the picture. That's all. Okay, then I'll give you the feedback towards the end so that you become a better speaker. This is
Sure.
slightly tricky. The picture, I'll just hide this part. Just observe the picture and tell me all that comes to your mind. You can give your own meaning, your own context.
Okay.
Right? You can create a situation, put in all the meanings that come, floods your mind, or simply interpret the picture also. It's up to you. Tell me when you're ready.
Okay. So, I think, yeah, I'm ready, but I'm not sure if I'll be, if I gazed it correctly. The building looks like abandoned one, right? Looks like
Okay?
something, a picture from a horror story, or probably the picture shows depicts something which is not in. Probably people are not using it anymore, and
Good.
it is abandoned, yeah. And
Mhm.
it describes that it could be a place of ghosts, maybe, or the demons, yeah. And
Mhm.
yeah, so out of the picture which I probably can figure out is something which depicts the horror stories behind it.
Okay. Right. So have you ever felt abandoned in your life? Because you use the word abandoned. So have you felt abandoned any time in your life with reference to language or with reference to anything else? Just give a briefing because we are nearing the end of the session.
Oh, okay. So no, I never realized, don't remember that, I've ever felt like I'm abandoned. Everybody's with me,
Okay.
family, friends, and colleagues, and everybody. So they are treating me very well. So I have never experienced that. Yeah,
All
feelings.
right. Okay. Right. So I'll just give you some guidelines, some pointers. Okay, take these as pointers, not as feedback exactly. As I told you in the beginning of the session, you have a good grip on the language. Specifically, what I noticed about you is the use of connectives like whereabout, thereafter. Such kind of words are used even in your spoken English. Many people use it when they write, but you're using it when you're speaking. That's great. These days, people give importance to accent and not pronunciation. They don't
Right.
understand that pronunciation is important, it is the base, and then you follow the accent. That is your choice.
Correct.
So, your pronunciation is fine, your vocabulary is great, and the way you speak, like you're blessed with a good voice and
Thank
tone.
you.
You don't have to
Thank
take an effort to modulate your tone or your, what to say, the way you speak. It's already there, it's a blessing. But what you could do is work on your prepositions. Now, being a language trainer, I give importance to such kind of things. Just work on your
you.
preposition. That is quite obvious. Of course, you're making a lot of mistakes, but that's not very obvious. It's okay. It's like it's there somewhere, but it's okay. It's good. It's natural mistakes, that you're making. So prepositions and sometimes pronunciation, like for example, the words like treating.
Okay.
It's treating and not treating. It sounds like some other word. So some
Okay.
words you need to work on your pronunciation, but otherwise most of the words are articulated well. Your articulation is good. So articulation is different, pronunciation is different, and accent is different. So let me just keep away the accent. Work
Okay.
on the pronunciation. Articulation is already there. Words like treated and everybody is there with me. So there it's more of pronunciation and not articulation. So just work on the way you pronounce each word.
Okay.
I think that will uh, be fine with your listening skills. So suppose you're watching a video, try to switch off the visual part, the video part, and listen to it. And then imitate, because your pronunciation gets better with imitation and with practice. So try doing that. I think it will be fine. And your thought flow is good. The way you try to communicate is good. Why? Because you give the idea first, and then you try elaborating on the idea in a different way instead of repeating the words again and again. Some people repeat the words and they feel they have done it. No, you communicate it in a different way by using a different set of words, by forming a different sentence. That shows your communication skill. So just work on it, read and expand your knowledge. That's all. But work on the pronunciation and preposition. That's what I feel.
Perfect.
Any
Well taken. Taken, ma'am.
Yeah. Thank you so much. And any questions, anything that you want me to clarify or give you tips or
Okay.
strategies on?
Why don't you tell me more about the language? Why it is same question to you. Let me ask this question to you. Like, why people find it difficult, since we speak a lot of languages, right? And why we really find it difficult, especially if I talk about English as a
Okay.
language.
So today we have a lot of people, as you rightly said, speaking on YouTube and different platforms on the English language just because it is a global language. And also it is a language associated with culture. And we Indians give a lot of importance to English because of historical significance also. That is also there. We cannot deny that. But today people find it difficult to speak in English because I don't see passion in many learners.
Okay.
They want to learn English for maybe IELTS or for a specific examination, and they forget all about it. They don't understand that it is language. Another thing is probably it's because of the system that you're into, where you learn vocabulary, you learn grammar, and I'm done with it. No. So language learning is different from parts of language. So people are more associated with parts of language. The third thing is they don't find time to practice. Like if I know my mistake, how well am I going to practice, and how do I find justice? How do I justify this practicing method? That is
Right.
also there. The last point is because people feel that English is something connected with complex, or it is connected with the status. There's nothing like that. It has got nothing to do with status. The native speakers themselves say that there's nothing connected, or you cannot associate a language with English or with French or Spanish. It's only a culture. You speak in Hindi, it's culture. You speak in Marathi, it's culture. So there are very few people who try to connect a language with the culture. So understanding bit of the culture for your own knowledge, many trainers and learners don't do. They're like, why should I know about the culture, or why should I be open to such things? So that is also there. It has got nothing to do with complex. It's only that it's famous. But learning a language is all in your hands. It's your determination, it's your consistency and passion.
What about, say, for example, I don't have English environment around me, right?
Yeah,
I
yeah,
don't find my family members speaking English, or
right.
probably the colleagues when I go to the office. So I don't find
Right.
environment, right? Suitable environment. What do you suggest to the people who wanted to learn, despite of the fact that he does not have the environment around?
Okay, where there is a will, there is a way. And today we have got access to different resources. A lot of platforms are there. Ideal, it's good if you have a guide and if you have a mentor, because the mentor and the guide will not teach you. These people only train you, they guide you. So have a mentor or a guide. But suppose you're not able to find someone like that, if you don't have the ambience or the environment, learning is very important, because that's what my professors told me. You will not find a mentor or a guide to always help you all your life. Do self learning by following these four methods: speaking, writing, listening, reading. So, whatever you receive, you need to practice with that. Suppose you listen to a video, suppose you read something, use it in your daily conversation. Or you talk to yourself. The next question is, how do I know if I'm making a mistake?
Exactly.
That's where you need a guide or a mentor. But if you can't find one, see, when you work with the language for 6 months, you know that something is wrong, or I'm not able to get a word, I'm making a mistake here, or I'm stammering, you will automatically and gradually figure out, because it's a human brain and it's
Mhm.
organic. And the language is also organic. You cannot use a pen drive to transfer all the words of English into your brain. You're using it, using it, using. So that experiential knowledge will help you to locate the problem, and naturally you will learn. Because I've come across a lot of IAS officers and great language trainers who say, I never had the chance of learning in an English medium school, but I speak beautiful English because of my passion and determination. I think that's important.